Hi everyone, it is Renee from Raz Jacobson Art. I am here with my dear friend Emilie Jordao. Most of you probably know me as an artist, but also as a holistic health coach. Emilie is also a holistic health coach, and the two of us have joined forces to bring you a very unique offering called CONARE. Emilie, do you want to talk about the acronym a little bit and explain what exactly CONARE is and who it's designed for?
Yes, absolutely. So when I was on my own healing journey, I started to just apply different modalities or different ways that to foster healing, right? And then in hindsight, when looking back at it, I realized there's a few pillars to this healing process, and together they form Conare. So connect, so allowing connection with others, within yourself, with nature, with God, allowing emotions to flow, allowing yourself to be where you are without resisting so much your symptoms, your suffering, or yeah, just wishing so much it would be different. Another one was releasing old traumas, releasing old patterns, releasing old wounding, and finally expressing emotions, expressing myself artistically, expressing myself in all these different ways that, using my voice, using my body, all of that comes to Conare. And honestly, it's one of the most holistic ways I found to navigate the healing process, regardless of what you're healing in your body, in your mind, in your heart. This process really works for everybody.
We've found a way to unify our art classes and a deep dive into our creativity plus somatic work. So
Yeah.
it's really special, and we hope to share a little bit more about this with you.
How can art and creativity actually support the healing process?
Making art actually supports the healing process by providing an outlet for emotions. Art is a great way to communicate experiences when words fail. It's great for reducing stress and anxiety levels. There was a study that came out many years ago that actually showed doing 45 minutes of art a day actually lowers cortisol levels and provides a sense of control and self-awareness. It also stimulates the brain, which is, of course, what we're going for if you're coming through an illness or an injury. One of the cool things about how art helps on the healing journey is it actually really mimics the healing journey, which is to say, when you start, things look a little messy initially. You don't know what you're doing. There's some nervousness, like, is this going to come out? In every painting, there's sort of an ugly stage where you're like, oh, you want to quit, maybe rip up the paper. It's just too much. You don't know where you're going. But ultimately, if you continue, you will get to a place where at the end you go, wow, okay, this turned into something. And it's kind of the same with healing. There are many different stages in the healing process. Initially, there's this confusion and overwhelm and not sure what to do. And then, like I said, that ugly part where it's just you might feel like quitting. And then eventually, you get to the other side and go, wow, I can't believe I made it through that whole process. And that in and of itself can be a really helpful process just to go through and recognize that that's life. Like that is how life works, is to move through that experience over and over and over again. That it's hard, it's messy, you work through it, and ultimately you get to something hopefully beautiful.
One of the most asked questions we have is if someone needs to have art skills to join this course.
So my favorite answer is to say absolutely not. This class is not about creating high art. That's not the goal here. It's really for anyone who's interested in trying something new, using different modalities, both your hands, using all these different tools. And it's also to marry together these somatic practices as well, so that like I said, this is really more about the process than the product. People can do as much or as little as they would like, and they can even continue after class is over or not. So it's really for anyone. And if they choose, they can share their work and show it and share what they were thinking, their thought process and how they're feeling as they move through it. So it's less about the finished product than it is the process of moving through the journey of making art. So, Emily, we've talked a bunch about the art part of this, but I really want to talk about the different things that people are going to be getting, what kind of support they're going to experience in terms of somatics, because obviously they're getting 20 hours of art class with me. What is it that you're bringing to this experience?
Like you mentioned, the art is a somatic component, right? One that uses your body. And then so I'm going to be bringing another set of somatic skills, which is also using the body, movement, and breath. Sound, movement, and breath to move through emotional states, to move through nervous system states. So that's going to be done every other week on a class that I offer called Nervous System Gym. So basically, we're going to be strengthening these muscles of your nervous system using different practices and helping you move from fight or flight, freeze or shut down, depending on what is your nervous system state at that time. Something else that I offer is yoga nidra meditation. So that's a form of deep healing meditation that takes you to a state that's almost sleep-like, where in very deep brain waves that allow you to get deep rest at the same time, rewire different brain patterns and relax your body. And that's really good for people that are experiencing nervous system activation. And finally, a third part of the process, the tools that I'm going to bring is joining a support group. If you wish, if you're going through psychiatric medication withdrawal, there's this option to join our support group that meets once a week. And it's a really small, beautiful, intimate group that is really helpful to each other, very supportive to each other, like really understand what you're going through. So these three pillars were so incredibly important for my healing. So that's why I choose to offer in this format, and they all just complement each other.
So, if someone is not going through psychiatric medication withdrawal, would they still benefit from joining Health with Emily community?
Yes, absolutely. They don't have to. It's a space that people understand if you're going through that and they are supportive. But really, if you're going through any sort of mental health issue, if you wanted to heal holistically and maybe not consider medications as an option, or you're trying to stay away from them or taper, whatever it is, it's still, these are skills that anyone can learn and to heal. And that's why I teach it to this community, because that's the practice. It's not going to be this magic pill, the one supplement, the one fancy treatment. It's going to be the work that you do steadily with yourself and understanding your body and moving your emotions and moving your nervous system state.
You're also offering a free 30-minute discovery call.
Yes, absolutely. So it's my intro offer, and this will be complimentary for people that are going through this process. Either if they're going to tapering or not, we can still talk and see if there is anything that I could help you on a one-on-one container with coaching.
When we designed this class, we really had the deprescribing and withdrawal community really in mind. And so, can you share first a little bit about what makes Conaré different from other withdrawal or healing support spaces?
I think the main thing here is that people that are in this container, in the Conare container, understand each other's struggles. So it's a supportive place where you're not going to be gaslighted, or you're not going to be pushed into a medication, or maybe put labels on you or different diagnosis on you. So we're really aware of this, and we're really encouraging each other to heal holistically. That's number one. So people that understand your struggles. And number two is really this container is honestly one of the most affordable offerings that I've ever seen for people going through this process. There's a lot out there that can be quite pricey, but to be able to work with people that have been, experienced coaches that have been through this process themselves in the community that understands, there's literally nothing like it. And this offering really came from this place of passion of helping this community, because we know that, if there are resources out there but they're not affordable, how much of a difference are they making to those that can't access it?
This is a 10-week program. And if you break it down by week, it's under $13 a week. And you get access really 24/7 to Emily's incredible online community. And then we have these art classes. The other thing I just wanted to add to what makes this class different is in many withdrawal spaces or in many healing spaces, really, people sometimes focus on symptoms. They just really focus on the pain. And that is definitely an important part of the journey, right? Is this pain can be excruciating, whether it's physical, emotional, or both. And it's important to have that recognized and acknowledged. But this is a little bit of a different space. We're not going to be talking about symptomology or focusing on that. We're really meeting together to come from a place of competence and developing confidence that even in this sort of disabled state, which is greatly reduced from what we would consider our normal place of functioning, you can still create something. You can still find purpose. You can still connect with other people. So it's really coming from there. And I'm just asking people to try something new. Like we searched all over looking for those quick fixes that would make all this go away faster. And the truth is, what Emily and I have discovered is there really is no quick fix.
I hope all of you can join us at Conaré. We offer this about once a year, so it's really just this unique opportunity to join this container, develop new skills, grow in community, and just learn new tools that you are going to take with you for your entire life. And honestly, not feel so lonely in this path. There are people out there that understand what you're going through. This is a container to really be held and be supported.